Hey all, Grolo here. I wanted to check out this short patch update they just dropped. PTU has sounded like a wild ride. Folks in our community have been talking about it a lot, but it sounded like things have gotten quite a bit better over the past 24 hours, so I'm eager to see what they have to say today. Since this video is so short, I'm going to try to hold most of my comments until the end. So let's go.
It's December, and teams and studios around the world are working diligently to release Alpha 4.0 into all players' hands before the end of this year. And on this last ISC of 2024, we're going to take some time to revisit many of the aspects that we hope will make this patch the biggest in Star Citizen yet. So let's jump on in with Patch Report 4.0.
Pretty sure it will be.
Oh, and remember, this is just a quick summary. If you're looking for an in-depth, nitty-gritty of each feature, check out all those dedicated episodes we just did. You'll learn more from the developers than you ever will from me. So let's do it. It's hard to pick the most important element of Star Citizen Alpha 4.0, but any conversation must start with the arrival of server meshing, the underlying technology that will increase player capacity and server performance for years to come, with its first iteration allowing for the largest expansion of Star Citizen's universe yet. And you'll get to that expansion through our first jump point, connecting the Stanton system we've known and watched evolve since 2015 with the nascent Pyro system, as players and spacecraft alike traverse back and forth between two different star systems. Of course, once you get to the Pyro system, you'll encounter a new array of space stations and asteroid bases, each providing opportunities and challenges galore as you navigate the worlds of Pyro's various factions like Rough and Ready, Headhunters, and the Citizens for Prosperity. And within these locations, you'll discover my pick for most exciting new feature of Alpha 4.0, the Contested Zones, where citizens will battle it out against NPC and player alike, solving puzzles, holding positions, and moving from zone to zone for a whole host of interesting and unique rewards that will continue to grow in subsequent patches. Then, when you're ready to explore further, the planets and moons of Pyro offer 11 new terrestrial locations full of adventure and commercial advantage aplenty, with its 6 planets and 5 moons playing host to a variety of encounters to discover in settlements independent, outlaw, and derelict alike. Junkyards where new mission types can be found, and even farms for those looking for a more peaceful life. And within and around those points of interest, you might encounter one of Star Citizen's growing library of creatures, with the addition of multiple quasi-grazer variants, the not quite domesticated Copion in service of their captors, and even the small and diminutive Alaprat. Then beneath the surface of Pyro's planets and moons, and Stanton's for that matter, new caves to be found in styles of rock, sand, and acidic beckon the brave adventurer to plunge their depths and conquer whatever creatures lie within. And throughout it all, 4.0 also includes the next major step forward in our ongoing economy overhaul and mission system refactors, with continuing adjustments to vehicle components, consumable weapons like missiles and torpedoes, fuel prices, mission rewards, and much more. And in FOIP news, those improvements demonstrated at this year's CitizenCon also arrive in the upcoming Alpha 4.0, including head rotation tracking, camera stabilization, a greater range of motion for big mouths, and overall refinements to the tracking algorithm itself. And then, of course, we can't forget spaceships, where the Anvil Carrick blast shields and opening cargo doors make their long-awaited debut. Let's just see that whole animation there. Yeah, splash shields. Do your thing. Also, what's this mean for the caterpillar doors? You gonna get those soon? Should we cut that out? Let's go ahead and leave that comment, shall we?
What caterpillar doors?
Quantum travel gets its next evolution with new variations to acceleration rates, fuel consumption, and maximum speeds based on each quantum drive's grade and class. And of course, we have to mention the legendary Space Wolf itself, the Mirai Guardian, makes its presence known and looks to reckon with anyone that called it the Fat Fury in the past. We're just gonna sit quiet and look at the Guardian fly around for a bit. Ooh, I've seen the previs on the trailer. I don't have anything to do with it, but it looks really cool. It's gonna be a good trailer when it comes. All in all, Alpha 4.0 is shaping up to be the start of a new chapter in the continuing story of Star Citizen's development. And while this will be the last time that we see each other before the new year, keep your eyes on the robertspaceindustries.com website and social accounts for more details about its upcoming release. And from everyone here at Inside Star Citizen, thanks so much for letting us share the people and process of game development with you. Enjoy your holidays, spam John Crew with jalopy for me, and we'll see you all here next year.
Cool update. I guess it's quick, nice end of year touch base. A little shy on details. I thought it was going to be more of a hey, here's the status of the patch on the server type of update. For anybody who's been following along, I haven't been on the PTU. I just actually updated my PTU client this morning. I was planning on checking it out later today, but a lot of people in the org have been checking it out and kind of giving us daily updates. It has sounded like it's been in pretty rough shape for the past, ever since it landed on wave 1. But it sounds like as of today that over the past 24 hours, they've made some pretty substantial improvements to the messaging system and all that. So that's pretty promising. Last night, players were saying they were getting a steady 28 to 30 FPS, which is why I'm excited. I usually don't jump into the PTU. I usually save my disappointment for live, but based on what I'm hearing, it sounds like I want to get in there sooner than later and just see for myself. Obviously, as you know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, like I'm super excited to see meshing in action. That's definitely the thing I'm most looking forward to in 4.0. So the sooner we get that on live and the sooner we can start playing around with that, the more thrilled I'm going to be. If the claims of performance that I'm hearing hold up, then it's going to be really interesting to see what some things I'm really want to know is like what player counts are we going to be seeing on live? Like what are they going to draw the line at? Is it going to be 500 on a shard, 700, 800, 1,000? I'm very interested to see where they land on that tuning, and what kind of server FPSs we see as a result of those choices. Yeah, I'm also very interested to see like what server counts they go with. Last I heard, they were looking. I think they were doing like 3 in Stanton, 4 in Pyro, or something like that. I don't know if that's changed again more recently, but these are all very interesting tuning and performance numbers that I just can't wait to see. Obviously, the biggest question on everybody's mind right now is, are they going to make it by the end of the year? I think we have some players in our org that are very optimistic that we're going to see it by the end of the year. They're definitely they're definitely trying. I'll give them that. If they don't make it by the end of the year, it will not be for lack of trying. Some other things they mentioned in this video that I'm interested in is the economy updates. I can't wait to see how that feels. I've heard they're substantially increasing the mission rewards, which will be good. Right now, I feel like the rewards are fairly anemic. They certainly don't incentivize me to like go out of my way to participate in mission gameplay. So if they can change that, I'm looking forward to that. FOIP. I thought that was one of the cooler Inside Star Citizens we had this year, was all the updates they were putting into FOIP and attention. Like, that's just one of those things like you will never see in another game. I feel like I've never actually turned it on, but I do have a second webcam, and with the enhancements they're showing, I think I'm going to give it a shot. How about you? Anybody else in the audience out there that's going to turn on FOIP? I'd love to hear about it. Caterpillar doors. I'm curious what they meant by that. I have no idea what the plans there are. Do you know what they're talking about? Shoot me a link or something. I'd love to know more about that. Obviously, I'm super excited to just explore Pyro. I have not been in PTU at all yet, like I said, so I have not seen Pyro with my own eyes at all. So I'm excited just to kind of cruise around and take in the sights. Excited for more animals. I think animals really make the environment come alive and feel alive. So a couple more of those will be cool. Sand caves and all that stuff I don't really care about, other than I do like hand mining once in a while, so it could be cool to have like a different backdrop for hand mining operations. I think that would be cool. Contested zones. Am I the only one that's like meh on that? I don't know. I think it's because it feels too gamey to me. Like, I'm all about the stance that CR and the leadership team at CIG have taken on, like, let's try to make the game as realistic as possible and then walk it back to the point where it's fun. I totally think that's a really good stance to take. These contested zones feel like a little too much on the walk back side to me. But I think for the state that the game is in today, I think it makes a lot of sense to like introduce some kind of a fun gameplay element, because it, like, especially the state of the game right now, it can be difficult to like go find a fun activity to do. So anything that they can add to the game to make that faster. Seems like these zones will be very accessible. Like, a lot of people can just kind of log in and engage quickly on this stuff. So from that, I think it's a W. But for me personally, like, I don't think it's going to be a huge draw for me to just kind of go do this gamey thing. I'm much more into the sandbox side of Star Citizens. So, but that's fine. I think it's not that I won't participate in it. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll have a good time. But yeah, that's kind of it. What do you think? Do you think they're going to make end of year? I should probably put up a poll on this, see how many people think they're going to make it and how many don't. If I were a betting man, I would have to say they will make it. Just based on my current knowledge of performance really seeing an uptick over the last 24 hours. I think if the signs continue to point in a really good direction like that, I think they're going to go for it. But it also would not surprise me if they held off and just gave us a full open PTU over the holidays. I think that's the safer play. I don't think it would be bad for them to do that. It certainly would not bother me at all if they delayed 4.0 on live until January. A big part of me kind of hopes they do that, just to make sure things go well. But I also understand that they might be having that drive to prove their mettle or whatever the case may be. So, which is why I say if I were a betting man, I think we will see 4.0 before the end of the year. I'm sure if they do that, they're going to have some contingency plans to ensure that we don't have another 3.18 and a completely non-accessible live environment over the holidays. I don't think. I'm hoping they learned their lesson on that one. So yeah. Now let me know. I'm gonna throw up a poll just for kicks. See how many people think they're gonna make it. How many don't? That's all I got. I'm gonna leave it there. I got more right around the corner, so I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for checking out this short patch with me. It's fun. See ya.